So hello and welcome to Dommy Tries This. We didn't do a video yesterday because it was pouring. Michael, the early bands of Michael was hitting the state, and the peppers didn't go out, and it was incredible. We're safe here. Everything's fine. Michael seems to have passed on through very quickly, so just to let you know, everything's okay. And I actually hadn't planned on doing a garden video today, but I found a little surprise that I want to share with you, so I'm just going to go ahead and do what I normally do. The surprise is at the beginning of the video. We do have some work going on in the complex, so there might be banging in the background, and of course, some air conditioner. Somebody's air conditioner is still going, just so you know. There's going to be some background noise, and plus it is very windy today. If you take a look at our trees, they really do think it's fall. They've been losing foliage like all summer. It's been very, very strange. But anyway, let's get to it. So, the first day that I got out of bed was Tuesday this week. So I haven't managed to go through the plants and start pulling things. So here's our tomatillo, which was one of the ones that was to be pulled. And also the source of our surprise, if I pulled it, we wouldn't get to see our very first tomatillo puff. Now this will grow and grow. There's a little guy in there that is going to get bigger, and as it gets bigger, this little puff will continue to get bigger. And then when it's ready to be picked, this little puff will split, and you'll see the green tomato, because basically these are green tomatoes inside, and you'll be able to pick it then. So now basically this little puff saved the tomatillos, and I did some more pollinating this morning, and so we'll see what happens and see if we get any more. It does seem that once you get one, the others start falling into place, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I'm very excited to see it. Obviously, it's so late in the year that we are not going to get like the harvest that we got last year. We got 3 or 4 dozen off of 3 plants last year, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But we do have one, and we're going to let it grow, and I will keep you apprised of the situation. So let's start with our peppers over here. They're growing and looking good and blooming again. And these are all bells. There's our yellow, our pretty yellow right there. He's not really turning, and he's still growing, so we'll see what happens, how big he gets before I have to do anything about it. And these are chocolates and purples here. That's another flower. And it looks like we got a couple starting up here on the chocolate. Let's see what happens there. And one of our tomatoes wants to make friends with, let me see if I can move him over a little bit. No, he's going to lean this way no matter what. So you get a good look at our Roma. Our Roma's doing a really good job here of giving us some more tomatoes, giving this flower a shake. He's not quite open, but gonna give him a shake anyway. And we see some purples coming in, but I don't know how that's gonna go because the coloration looks a little off. We'll see what happens. I don't remember the purples being yellow when they came in last year, but I could be wrong. I have a really bad memory. Our Cubanelle, still big, still not turning color. Come on, guys, turn color, turn color. And our little dragon claw up here, I don't think he's going to make it. And there he goes. He just fell off. I was noticing when I came out and took care of watering and all of that the stem of the pepper looked yellow, and looked like it was yellowing, and that's a sign that particular pepper is dying. But look at how much his friend has grown. So we will wait for him to get nice and red, and that's when we know he'll be ready to pick, and then I will have seeds for next year. Thank God. A lot of these non-traditional peppers, dragon claw, a few others, the packets run anywhere from $3 to $5, and you get maybe half a dozen to a dozen seeds. So they can be very expensive if you don't get an actual pepper off your plant. We have another dragon claw bloom back there. There we go. See? A couple of them. Let's see if we get some more. Because I know Hubs would like to cook with them. And here's our chocolate still growing. Not seeing anything else in here. More leaves. Oh, well, wait a minute. We've got another new guy over here starting. Let's see what happens there. You see the little stem sticking out? So there, those are all bells doing their thing. We've got another hob starting to turn. I don't know what that is. It's a discoloration on the thing. But we got another hob starting to turn. And one more left on the branch. Doesn't look like we have anybody else left. So we'll wait for him to finish turning, and then we'll have to take the other one out. And yeah, there we go. He really took over. And I believe this is our poblano. Yes, indeed. Look at, he's growing, and he's got a ton more buds coming in. I think that's him. Yes, that's him. We also got another guy next to him that's kind of trying to blend. He's got a lot of buds trying to come in. A lot. So smack you all in the face with the poblano leaves. And our Heyas. Okay, so here's our, I'm going to pull this forward a little bit. There we go. We've got one here. Still working on getting bigger. Where'd our other guy go? Oh, he's up here. No, still not seeing any cracks, but he's looking beautiful. Look at that. Looks beautiful. Beautiful. And our second plant. Our second plant has some buds coming in, so we'll see what happens. It is getting so late in the season, I don't know how much we're going to get out of that. And down here we have another one. This is, oh goodness, these are Fresnos. Really surprised that they haven't given us any peppers yet. Usually, well, these are the Fresnos, and they still haven't changed, and we've still got buds. What is this guy? This guy claims to be purple too, and no purple flowers, so I don't think so. So, and our chocolate is just sort of, I don't know what he's doing. We've got leaves that are dying and new ones coming in. Go figure. So, mini tomatoes, they're looking pretty good. Turning color. The red cherry this year just really didn't do much for me. Just didn't. I don't. Last year they were beautiful, and this year they were just like, nope. We ain't doing nothing. I'm going to put him over here. Make him easier to find. We do have another one that has greened and split. Starting to split. But none of them are changing color, so I don't know what to even think about what's going on with those. These are the orange grapes, I believe, and I've been shaking and trying to take care of the flowers, and I haven't seen any new ones come in. So I think, yeah, just here's some more. The flowers seem to fall off more than they do anything, so I'm not even sure what to do with what's going on with those guys. And I think I've mentioned several times that our black cherries have just been odd this year. Although I think these might be the, I don't know. Anyway, so a couple of them, I'm just going to wait for the last of their fruit to ripen, and then they'll get pulled. And who are you? These are our honey delights, trying to come up with a little bit more. Yeah. Let's see what's going on with that. This is the second Roma. And he's still not, he's blooming, but, well, there we go. Here, try to turn this in so you guys can see it. There we go. Come on. Yeah. So you can see inside there. Oh. Come on. There you go. So that's one of our romas starting on the second plant. And we saw all of the romas coming up on the first one, doing really well. So we're getting a bit of a late harvest of just some stuff starting a little later than they did last year. But that's been pretty much the theme this year, it seems. We had 3 extra weeks of frost, of cold weather, and I did try to start the plants indoors, and I ended up with almost everything dying the first round. And then it's just been doing that all year. And the summer didn't get that hot, and we just didn't seem to get a whole lot going on. So I'm glad to see something this year. I just really kind of sad that I couldn't get the bumper crops of peppers that I did my first year and the bumper crop of tomatoes and tomatillos that I got last year. Just really, really would have been nice. So, but you know, that's how gardening goes. One year you have a lot, and the next year you're struggling to get anything to do anything. And with climate change, I suspect there's going to be a lot of struggling in all of our futures. At any rate, thank you for coming by, and on that depressing note, I think I better go. I do have another very special video that's going to be going up today, and be looking out for it. And thank you all. Thank you all for making Domi Tries This what it is, and for subscribing and watching and all of that stuff. And we will see you later. Bye.